The tackles, the tries, the team. It's Dara's Green 15.
Oh, I like it. Yeah. Dara, good morning to you.
Hey lads.
Morning.
How's it going?
It's time for Dara 15.
Yeah.
You,
Dara
Now,
15.
There's something a bit different this week. Bit of punch to this.
yeah,
Yeah.
you've been in the selection committee room.
Yeah, I have been. I was invited there last week.
Yeah, they've been so impressed by the work you've been doing and fanning the flames of Irish rugby globally that they're like, come on, we're going to zoom you in to the meetings. Apparently, there was a bit of Zoom going on when Andy Farrell was the Lions coach. Did you know that?
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
Really?
He'd just be this ghostly presence like Big Brother on the wall.
As team meetings
And
are
you're
happening.
definitely not allowed to switch that off.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. There was
That's
definitely
cool.
some suggestions that there would have been some selection chats happening when Easterby was the head coach. Everybody's kind of forgotten that this is Andy Farrell's first game back in a year with us.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, it's funny when we go back through like the sports file pictures, you have to really, really scroll. It's back November, yeah. It's a long time ago now. Yeah.
Because he was present in the Six Nations game at the Aviva against England this year. He was the overlord of
He was there, but yeah.
B4. So, we love a 15.
Arthur says, why don't you just type in Andy Farrell Ireland so you don't have to scroll back?
Because it'll still come up as Lions coach because they caption it. Ireland
Ireland's
Lions
head coach,
yeah.
Andy Farrell, who was also the Lions coach.
All right.
Enough
It's
of smart
very
comments.
inside baseball there.
Yeah. Anyway, so for the week that it's in, I've
Have
decided
you picked a 23 or a 15?
I have a 23 for you, but we
Okay,
have
okay.
the 15 on a graphic there. If you want to throw it up, I'll run
How many
through it.
Leinster players did you pick? That's all we want to know at the start. Oh, that's a...
Oh, that's the other one.
That's the wrong one.
No.
I'll go through. I'll go through it here.
Oh, here we go.
That's the right one now. So Andrew Porter,
Connaughton Ulster,
Dan
is it?
Sheehan, Tyke Furlong, James Ryan, Ryan Baird,
Whoa.
Tyke Byrne, Josh Van der
This is
Fleer.
the team you think they're going to pick.
Yeah, Caelan Doris, Gibson Park, Jack Crowley, James Lowe, Bundy Akey, Gary Ringrose, Tommy O'Brien, and Jamie Osborne.
Ryan Baird, second row.
Yes, I think they've been playing him there for Leinster this season a good bit. And I think it's one of those things where they've, James Ryan hasn't played a lot. Ian Henderson I don't think he can throw him straight back in against the All Blacks. I think it's one of those things that they've given Leinster a nudge. Here, play this lad in the second row for a bit for us so we can see where he's at. And I think he might start that game with Joe McCarthy not around. Tyke Byrne, I think they want to play him at 6 because that jersey's kind of open at the minute.
Can I hear your bench? You have a bench?
Yeah, I do. I do.
I wouldn't mind seeing this.
Kelleher,
Okay.
Jack Boyle,
Oh,
Finlay Beelum,
yeah.
Ian Henderson,
Right.
Jack Conan,
Yeah.
Craig Casey, Prendergast, Jimmy O'Brien.
Okay, so Baird can play the whole game.
The 5-3 split there. I think
Yeah.
in that instance, well, obviously, Tyke Byrne's playing the full game, assuming fitness, and Doris might not play the full game because he's coming back from injury for the first time.
So you bring Ian Henderson and shuffle?
Well, you could.
You have Jack Conan there. He'll come on for Doris. Yeah.
Van der Fleer. Sorry, buddy. You're back to me now. I really do love you now.
Yeah.
he'll play.
You're playing 80 for me. You're playing the whole game.
120, yeah.
Yeah.
Front row strong enough on the bench.
What are the Ryan Baird alternatives?
Yeah,
Ryan Baird
yeah.
alternatives.
In terms of...
So,
So like there are players there who have travelled who are not getting into your 23.
Yeah. So there's Thomas Ahern's there.
Yeah, he hasn't been fit. Like,
I don't think you
he
can throw him
played
in there.
the derby.
You've a few back rows. You've Prendergast, Keane Prendergast. You've Nick Timoney. I don't think we're massively stacked at second row, even though we have loads of talent there.
so the other alternative is that Jack Conan plays 6 and Tyke Byrne plays in the second row.
Yeah.
And who would be on your bench in that circumstance?
I'd have Baird on the bench. Keep James Ryan in the second row alongside Byrne, I would say.
Yeah.
That could easily happen.
I think that's potentially more likely for this, right? Because McCarthy's not fit and they want as much experience and power on the field as early as possible. But then you do need an 8 on the bench.
Yeah.
And who would that be?
That's the thing, yeah. You're looking at like a Keane Prendergast then, aren't you?
Are you making an exception for Doris because of his brilliance?
I think if he's fit, you start him. Like, I think Jack Conan hasn't played in a while either, so
More recently, though.
he has. But yeah,
He's great in the Lions.
He was, but that was still a pretty long time ago. rugby
Yeah,
terms.
I guess it's just, it's certainly more recent than Dara's.
It is, yeah. I think he's going to captain the side, and I think if he's fit, you play him. He's a World Player of the Year level player, so you have to kind of put your best players on the pitch. But yeah, that scenario where Jack Conan plays 6, that could easily happen. I just think because Leinster have been playing Ryan Baird in that second row, have been choosing to do that this season, there's a bit of thought behind that they want him as an option. So I think they may go with him. They may not, but
I could be wrong, but I thought he'd kind of fallen off the pecking order totally. I thought that, like...
Well, there was a suggestion that he switches off in games, and that's what I think James Tracy has spoken about that's why he's not getting picked in those big games for Ireland, is that he's not switched on for 80 minutes. Maybe he's fixed that, I don't know. But I think everyone realises he's a great player, but yeah, I think he did fall out. He didn't fall out of selection, but he hasn't probably progressed the way he was supposed to.
He finished last season brilliantly, has started this season not brilliantly, and
he's been okay. He's been playing, that's the thing. None of our second rows have been playing, apart from maybe Ty Byrne if you look at him as a second row. But he hasn't been playing second row either. So we don't really have any fully fit second rows. I must look at the stats, but I reckon he's probably played the most amount of minutes at second row of anyone that's available.
Yeah.
Other than maybe Ian Henderson, but I don't see him starting.
Now, he didn't play against Munster. So for me that was like was there a fitness issue or something, or were there minutes being managed?
I think there may have been. I'll have to check that now. I think he may have picked up something.
Alex Soroka started, and Brian Deeney and Scott Penny were on the bench. For me, that was a sign that, okay, I'd be very surprised for not playing in that game. Now, who knows? Maybe they decided that he's played those games beforehand. You take him out for that, you put him back in, and actually with this game in mind. That's the difficulty with these selections, is that you try retrospectively to justify, okay, and now it makes sense that he was being rested for this game. But
can you remind me of the back three on the bench?
Back three on the bench. As
Jimmy O'Brien.
The three backs, yeah. You've Jimmy O'Brien will cover most the positions in the back line there, and then I have Prendergast and Casey.
Jimmy O'Brien went from not being in the squad, if I'm correct, right?
Yeah, he wasn't in the squad initially, yeah.
And then Mac Hansen gets injured, and now he's on the matchday 23.
Yeah, I think if you're bringing, I'd expect them to have Prendergast on the bench. I think that'd be mad if they didn't. I can see into why they wouldn't, but I think the reaction from that would be crazy. So I don't think you have Frawley on the bench then, even though he does cover those different positions.
Now, sorry, there is an alternative where they go 6-2 and Frawley's on the bench.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And I don't think anybody bats an eyelid if that's the case, if it's 6-2.
Yeah, and against a physical pack like New Zealand, it wouldn't be the craziest idea.
Be good for Prendergast's reputation if he's not in the squad and they lose.
You can't be thinking like that.
That's what you might be thinking, So
sit this
you've
one out,
got Osborne full back, is it?
Yes.
And
yes.
Tommy O'Brien on one wing.
Yeah.
James Lowe on the other. Okay. Like Robert Batacoon, I'd love him as an option. He's playing at the same time for the Ireland 15s.
Yes.
Against Spain.
I'd imagine he'll start that game on the right wing. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of the point of difference if Ireland are under pressure here against the All Blacks or losing.
If they need a spark.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of spark off the bench. Now, Prendergast is a different player to Crowley, so that brings something a little bit different. Jimmy O'Brien is probably not someone that's going to change a game for you. He's just so versatile. But there's a few players in the squad that could do that job. But I just see they've used him in that kind of role before, and I just think they'll go back to him again.
And your centres starting?
Bundy and Ringrose.
Ringrose.
Yeah. I did consider putting Osborne 12, but then you're looking at throwing someone more or less completely unexperienced at 15, so Stockdale or Jimmy O'Brien, who's played there.
I'm a bit concerned, lads. A bit concerned about this match. I feel it's very rusty. It's very rusty at the same time. It's very...
So they spoke about that, right?
Tested.
They went over a week early. Paul O'Connell was in the press conference talking about they had 2 good sessions with lots of contact to make sure that all that ring rustiness is gone. And there was no minding of Caelan Doris, which I think he's your captain, your leader. He's your Andy Farrell and Caelan Doris are back. Everything is good in the world again.
I hope for our sake it's ring rosiness and not ring rustiness.
Very good.
Because they did, but on their day, best in the world.
You can't really expect them to win the game at the same time. Because
we've proven this in the recent past, but it's
rugby
just
championship.
If you look at the squad, right now, the players, obviously the people involved, do not have the same scrutiny upon the naming of the squad as the rest of us do. So, we've had us talking about, well, where is all of this going? We know all these players are ready. Yeah. We've seen what they can do. They're going to be 2 years worse off, in theory, by the next World Cup. But they're not thinking about that, right? So they're thinking there's a real chance we're going to win this game. I'm looking from the outside thinking, I'm the All Blacks here, I'm rubbing my hands.
Yeah, what happens if we win, though?
Unbelievable. For now.
Does the whole narrative change?
For now. No, if we win, I still think it proves even to the doubters about where this is going, is that on Ireland's day, fantastic. They have proven they can beat literally everyone in the world.
Yeah.
I don't think on the day is the problem for Ireland, especially outside of World Cups. I don't think that's been the problem for Ireland for a while now. So I wouldn't be surprised, but I'm just a bit concerned. And maybe, look, the concern, even if it does manifest itself in a defeat and a poor performance, might not even be the worst thing. It might be like, all right, that's the first game back. We have a load to improve on, as opposed to the first game of the November series last year, where we lost at home to New Zealand, and it felt like the ground went from beneath us because we went into that game extremely confident. I don't think the confidence exists this time around.
I'd wonder...
Even though Leinster have won a trophy since then.
Yeah. I'd wonder to Irish fans which game would be more important. Now, say, we'd be expected to beat Japan, all right, and probably
South
Australia.
Africa's the game, isn't it?
Is South Africa more important than New Zealand? Because New Zealand's this occasion, it's Chicago, there's so much history behind it.
Yeah.
Sorry, in your scenario there, we're going to win 3 games in this window.
No, okay, you can look at it that way, but I'm just saying, if we were to win one of those 2 games, whatever happens in the other...
Which would you prefer to win?
Yeah. Which is more important.
That's just loser talk, isn't it? You got to go and smash them and win them all. That's the whole point of this.
I'm only bringing that up because Colm's saying,
okay, power rank who you would feel the worst losing to. It's obviously South Africa number 1. Who are you going to feel the worst losing to, where there's a lap of honour for these guys? Jordy Barrett and all the Barretts, they're nice fellas.
I would say you feel bad about yourself if you lost to Australia.
You would, but if they beat us, it's going to be because there's some mesmeric performance from this new gifted set of backs, right? And also it's Joe Schmidt. You're like, okay, fair enough, and he's shuffling off now. Maybe he'll come back to this part of the world. Who knows? I'd be happy enough with that. But if Razzie comes and does his little lap of honour around the Aviva, you'd be like, ugh, no thanks.
I'll be great.
That's obviously the most likely outcome. So we are staring down the barrel of...
It very well happen.
I think we're going to win 1 game. That's what I think is going to happen. I'm putting the over-under at 1.5. Are you a buyer or a seller? I am a seller.
And yet and the tone strikes one of positivity.
No, you're just...
you're just jubilantly declaring that we're only going to win 1 of 4 games.
No, I'm just telling you that's what I think. I'm not happy about it.
Your face and tone says you're delighted. But you're delighted because it could be the start of something.
Start of something bad.
Go on, sorry.
This November series, it's 1 series too many for this iteration of Ireland. Now we need to really build for the World Cup, starting with the 2026 Six Nations. Discuss.
We don't need to take a hammering though at the same time, I don't think.
Put Osborne in your team, right? Can we stick the graphic back up there?
Osborne
in 12. Sorry, Osborne in 12.
Yeah.
Right. So Porter, Sheehan, Furlong more than likely going to be our starting. Maybe Furlong is gone by the time the World Cup starts. Ryan and Baird, McCarthy, if he's fit, will be part of that. Yeah. But strong likelihood, maybe a Dogbo makes it by the time the World Cup comes around. That back row, Tyke Byrne nailed on 6, Josh van der Fleer, no replacement for 7, Caelan Doris 8. So our World Cup pack, there's maybe 2 spots up for grabs. Will you just keep it up there again, Jojo, for a sec? Sorry. And then after that, we have Gibson Park and Crowley, more than likely the starting 9 and 10 for the World Cup. More than likely on the balance of probability. After that, Bundy won't make it. Gary Ringrose probably will. Tommy O'Brien probably will. James Lowe probably will. And Osborne probably will. And then after that, we need a fullback who I think could be Matt Hansen.
Or Keenan. You hope Keenan is
Keenan.
Back,
yeah. Or maybe Matt Hansen comes in on the wing. That's any significant difference? Are you massive changes to that team for the World Cup?
Well, I think it's the bench though, isn't it? That was the issue at the last World Cup, or one of the bigger issues, is that we had no one to bring on when we needed substitutions.
I want to point the difference in all of this.
We needed something different, and we didn't have it.
Can I ask you about that, right?
Yeah.
Because you've been fascinated by a point of difference.
For a while, actually.
But we're not, that's not our culture.
But you always...
It's also not South African culture.
Okay. But
it's Australian and South African.
South African.
And it's not English. It's Australian and New Zealand.
Yeah.
But
okay. But individuals can exist within an organisation that is a bit different to the ethos of the company, to the benefit of the team. That is all I'm looking for.
Maverick.
Here, right?
You're looking for a Maverick.
A little bit of spark.
But we're not
a little bit of spark. I think every time we lose a big game, what's the big fallout? What is the big talking point after we lose a big game? Well, really lacks creativity, this team. Really lacks a bit of pace, right? Now, you don't have to go changing what makes you strong in the first place. Ireland have proven time and time again, except for that one big match, that they can beat anyone on their day. So obviously what they're doing is very, very good. I'm just looking for that little 1.5% extra. That little bit extra.
What happens if you
get you to the ultimate?
You bring that guy on in the quarterfinal and he has 2 or 3 knock-ons.
Same result as always.
Passes,
you lose the quarterfinal.
Get that fella out of there.
At least you've lost it with a bit of thinking.
And I think you're just searching in the wrong place. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, you were always searching in the wrong place until you realise that the place is actually where the treasure is.
But there's no... We don't produce those type of players. We don't have a Carlos Spencer. We don't have a Campese.
Can I put it to you, and at the risk of antagonistic response, is that it sounds to me like you said, well, this is all we have.
No,
so
it's
we're
the
going
opposite.
to have to.
It's the opposite.
We're just going to have to try our best.
Our thing is a stylistic. We are creative in defence. We are creative in attack as a group. It's like the brain power of the many versus we're going to get you in space one-on-one as an individual, which, I mean, obviously you have to game plan to get that. But it's not it's not going to be so England keep producing these athletes, and maybe South Africa have started to indulge the athletes and nurture them and allow them to be creative in a way that they haven't up to this point. But we don't. Ours is not the type of gene pool or society that has done that.
It's a conundrum of bittersweet proportions that we have then.
Well,
because it's a great team who are not great.
Just time it better next time. Just
time it better. What do you mean? As in the final pass?
Time our peak in the cycle to be at the World Cup, as opposed to, and time it so that we have a sub out half to come on when the out half is hobbling around the place with cramp. Like,
yeah,
that's the difference. Like, apparently after the game against New Zealand, Farrell comes in and goes, here, and here, you left 21 points out there. This was your chance, lads. This was your chance. And so now he's back on, no, we got one more chance. We got one more chance to do this all together.
Geordie Bard's bulging arm prevented that, you know.
But it wasn't just that. It was loads of other stuff.
He's identified loads of areas. Yeah. I hear you.
So I don't think that, like,
tries worth of it.
We weren't creative enough is... or we needed an individual. Let's put all our eggs in the basket of a single person.
People fall into this trap of thinking creativity is like a skinny winger who avoids getting tackled. Like a front row can be creative in what they do.
Yeah, and we have that.
The creativity, yeah, exactly. We have that.
So we've done that.
We agree on that point.
I would say
I'm talking about the extra part.
On that point,
skinny winger.
The example of a second row, right? Ryan Baird, when he came through, was very much, I wouldn't say maverick, but definitely an off-the-cuff player who was not your conventional second row.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't play like that anymore, and I don't think that's a coincidence. I think he's been not coached out of him, but I think he's been put into a system where it's like, let's just pass the ball sometimes, you know. Don't be running straight every time.
He's Joe Cole and he's been Jose Mourinho'd.
It's a bit extreme.
He was never Joe Cole. He's like an absolute physical specimen.
He had Joe Cole tendencies. Listen, Joe Cole's Wikipedia is all the better for it.
I don't. I think a 10 can be a Joe Cole. I think second row will struggle.
Don't be fixated on Joe Cole himself. I'm talking about the idea of it.
I get,
a player coming in and being coached.
A creative player like Damien Duff or Jose Mourinho turned into basically a glorified left back. But no. No, I'm not having any of this.
None.
I think that extra creativity comes from the brain power of the analysts watching it. It's really interesting. Sexton's now going to be part of that, and hopefully,
Yeah.
Do you think our conversations will constantly change here after every single game,
Yes.
as opposed to the overall path of where this is going?
Well, you're going to feel better about the situation if we go out and beat them by 10 points.
We're going to be pure reactive. I think it's the most reactive team in the world, the Irish rugby team, in terms of a result will absolutely determine exactly what we talk about that team. So if they lose a game, pure negative.
That's a symptom of our cycle, though, isn't it? Like, we go year by year. So that's what's most important to the organisation and in turn the fans. And now we all just react like that.
Can I would offer you Manchester United, who after the Brentford game were going to burn effigies of Ruben Amorim, and now it's like, oh, what a manager, he's got it. Three at the back is back, baby.
It's a key difference there. Massive difference, the example. United have been losing games for the best part of 12 years. Ireland lose games the odd time.
To be fair, your goalkeeper theory would play into that as well. After one game, you can be out the door nearly. So that is fairly reactive. Your theory about...
You were having a fever dream about the goalkeeper squirting the ball into his own net earlier.
Just one mistake.
Because you're so beaten down as a Manchester United fan.
No.
Traumatised by the repeat.
No. I'm just analysing what I see for the benefit, hopefully, of the show.
No,
that's all. There's no emotion attached to that opinion whatsoever.
No, but there was in the moment. You're like, you can immediately envisage the worst outcome happening because
I can see it. I can just see these things, you know.
I think we can all see.
And I'm one of the most positive people I know, and yet I could see that. I could see this happening to Lemos. That if the ball had squirted under him, it was like that's the end of Senna.
Yeah. Right? It certainly is.
Now, how the hell do we get back to Ireland after that?
Yeah, okay.
Because there's absolutely no correlation between the Irish rugby team and Manchester United.
Say we get beaten by 10 points.
Go on.
What happens then? You'll be like, oh, sack the manager.
Don't walk me down that path. I'm unfamiliar with it.
Similar scoreline to last year, 10 points.
Hold my hand down that path. What do you mean?
Because, I don't know. The performance last year, I kind of blanked it from my mind.
I think we got to about halfway through the Wednesday show and we were still talking about it.
We should have been beaten by more that day, really. 10 points flattered us.
And then Australia game was flawed in Dublin.
It just about squeezed through that one, yeah.
But then the Six Nations was like England. The first game against England was much better.
Yeah, we were very good.
We're all mad reactive.
Very good.
Then
it's the France game then.
Good. This is bad. That's good. Yeah, we're ready to go with the negatives, right? If it goes badly, it's the same old. It's all Leinster. Where are we going with all of this? If they're bad now, they're going to be worse in 2 years. We're ready to go with this negativity towards a team who, in the grand scheme of things, have been very successful, save for one match, which defines it all.
Yeah, but that is like that has become our white whale.
Well, I think if people don't see a clear.
Our white whale.
White whales.
If people see a clear 4-year plan and they start playing really young players, you would be like...
That's what they did last year with Sam Prendergast. They were giving him a year.
Just one player, though.
To feel, but like it's
and
number
the
10.
other guy is also pretty much just as young as him as well.
Well, he's not. He's already had...
He's like 2.5 years old.
Has had twice as many caps. So now they have 2 10s. And they'll go into the World Cup with 2 10s who know what it's like to run the week. And job done. Whoever's the best from now on gets picked. It's clearly Crowley. I think they handled that quite well.
Yeah.
At the moment, whoever's the best at the moment gets picked.
Okay, grand. But like the overall plan is clearly not a 4-year plan. It's year by year. Like
I suspect that they were building depth last year at 10 in preparation to have everybody have between 20 and 40 caps, which is a mistake that they had made previously, and they're not repeating that mistake. I think the plan is to get through this window, finish in as high a position as you can, and then it's a 2-year cycle because everybody knows they're sticking around for the World Cup. Farrell's contracted to the World Cup. I think all the backroom team are as well. I'm not entirely sure of that. I need to check it, but I think this is the beginning of something slightly different, that they'll be a bit more experimental in Six Nations than they have been in previous years because the RFU actually has enough money to be able to afford to do it now. And they need to do it because we need to get past this quarterfinal bullshit. Come on. We've had enough of it.
Yeah.
And the best way to do that is...
I mean, if I knew that, I'd be consulting for them at a very high rate. Who knows? What do you think?
Gold dust.
Mavericks.
Hope is not a tactic, gentlemen.
I never mentioned Bob Hope in any of this. Right, this is what you have already, and a little bit of that.
But what's that? Give me
money in the form of a player.
Who?
The likes of the Robert Balakoons of the world. He'll be 30 in 27. That's fine. If he still has the legs, no problem. Just something a little different. But that guy's standing out. That makes every great team. You can't be all the same. You will eventually get hit in the face by a quarter final if you're all the same.
Yeah. Should we get into the
That's what we're here for, but
the Green 15?
go for it.
Okay.
Back to business. This will be interesting future because some of these guys could be there in 27.
Yeah. Obviously, a lot of the boys away in Chicago, so we got a more in-depth look at some of the provinces and what they had to offer. So we'll start off, as usual, with the front row. Jerry Carr at the loose head. Lee Barron at hooker.
Uh-huh.
And Alessandro Heaney at tight head.
Cool name.
Yeah. Will I go...
Yeah, no, well,
Somebody go through
actually
that?
give us all the forwards there.
Give you all the forwards.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
right.
we'll work
Second row.
Yeah.
Sam Monaghan. She's back. Premiership is back on the women's side. She's made the squad this week. Ross Maloney, again. I think he's the most capped player in this team of the week.
Oh.
Jack O'Donoghue, Alex Soroka, and
Is that
Scott
just because
Penny.
he's the only one whose phone number you have?
No.
No bias.
He's playing
No
great.
bias here. No jobs for the boys.
No jobs for the boys. Back row is Jack O'Donoghue, Alex Soroka, and Scott Penny.
Okay. Where do you want to start there, Jar?
Sorry, I'm looking back at the highlights of the Ireland New Zealand game. We played well in the first half.
I know he's stuck in the past, but it's going to.
We played well in the first
the
half
ending
last
of it,
year.
really. Just
It's
nostalgia.
And obviously, oof.
Well, let himself read. Look at that there, Dara. Alessandro,
Soroka.
You want to start Soroka? Okay. Alex Soroka. Kind of one of Leinster's secrets that's no longer a secret. Very, very good footballer
footballer.
in the forwards. Yeah, I would say so. He's a very Henry Pollock style player, actually. Very good with his
24.
foot. Fast. 2 tries at the weekend. 9 carries, 16 tackles.
Yeah.
Very excited about him.
Born in Cork, it says in
Born in
his
Cork.
Wikipedia.
Needs a chance, though, with Ireland, I think.
Where will he get that chance, do you think?
Position-wise.
No opportunity.
Which tournament? Look, I'd like to see him in contention.
Right.
6 Nations.
Yeah.
For sure. He could be one of our answers to that 7 problem. He generally plays 6,
Okay.
but he's a versatile player. Beside
He
him,
can do a job on open side.
yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so. He's a really good athlete. Can we talk about Jack O'Donoghue as well?
Yeah,
Sorry,
please do.
Captain Jack.
He didn't get player of the match. That was Alex Nankerville, but he scored
Did,
twice.
He's been class this season. He stepped up massively with Kendall and Hodnett being out, and Peter O'Mahony obviously retiring too. He's captained them a couple times this season now.
Mm-hmm.
Been very impressive. Scored 2 tries at the weekend against Connacht, 7 carries, 10 tackles, and a turnover. I think it's his first appearance in this team of the week, but
That
definitely could have squeezed in a couple
The thing
times.
about Jack O'Donoghue is he's carved this unfortunate niche for himself, where it's like when everyone's gone to the party, he's still at home and you trust him.
Yeah,
It's like the Ireland squad's gone, the Ireland 15s have been named,
Ross Maloney type, you know.
and he's there, and he's named as captain in this team to play Connacht. And when that team was announced and we analysed it on Friday, it was first of all a bit secure that Jack O'Donoghue's playing.
Yeah.
Even though he has himself been quite maligned in the last couple of years in his own form. Feels
Yeah.
like when everyone's around, he diminishes a little. When people are away, he rises.
It's been different this season as well, though, because in that Leinster game, he was class. Probably wasn't talked about a whole lot after because there were so many standout performers, but he was brilliant.
Yeah, absolutely.
Might go through the front row there before we move on. A couple of interesting things here. Jerry Carr. People talk about, Munster's Leinster contingent these days.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a Munster man playing for Leinster. One of 6 new caps
He got out of there.
for Leo Cullen's side at the weekend. Gets himself a try on debut. We have a video of him chatting to Leinster Rugby post-match. And it's just great to hear a Munster accent.
Crazy. I kind of stuck for words now. It was just unbelievable. Great game to get it as well. So.
And Jerry, great to get a try, your first Leinster try. Congratulations, and great to get it in front of family here as well.
Absolutely, yeah. She's mental. I haven't scored a try in about 4 years, so great to get one here. Yeah, it was my family, friends, everyone. It's unbelievable. I've 2 coaches in Tipperary as well who. One's watching on, one came up here, 2 old lads, Pat Whelan and Jamie Harty, and just so glad to make those lads proud and everyone at home, hopefully.
Oh, that's class.
Tip lads now dreaming of playing for Leinster.
There's another alpha in you now. It's
brilliant.
Yeah. A guy who's done the opposite, Lee Barron, is a hooker. He's been very good this season. He's been rotating with Dermot Barron and Niall Scannell in that position. Not struggling for minutes. I think Macmillan has done a good job of rotating them, but he has a battle there on his hands. But he's been very impressive when he has gotten the chance. And beside him, an interesting name, as you pointed out when I read it, Alessandro Heaney for the Cornish Pirates in the English Championship. He played 25 minutes off the bench the weekend, which might be saying, how's he made the team of the week? He's made the team of the week pretty much based off this carry alone, if we want to play the footage there, because this is a monster carry from him.
No, that doesn't look like
it's definitely not Alessandro Heaney. Definitely not Alessandro.
No, we don't have it apparently.
We don't have it.
Sorry,
That's okay.
Well, can you describe it to us?
He picked the ball up about midfield, and almost when he got it, it was a bit like, oh Jesus, what do I do? I'm a prop. I've never had this much space in my life. Sprints down, bowls over about 3 players on his way, gets right to the line, stops, recycles the ball, they end up scoring.
He has it. We've got it.
We have it. Yeah, we can have a look at it. You can just kind of see he gets the ball. He's like, oh Jesus, and then he just takes off, bowls over the fullback here.
Yeah.
And you just think, oh, he's going to get there, and he just gets brought down. They end up scoring straight after. But
it was going to be John Alomo 1995.
Yeah. He has, as you could probably suss out from his name, he has a very interesting story. So he played with Cork Con and UCC growing up, and also spent a lot of time in England, but spent 2 seasons with Los Angeles in the MLR before coming to the Cornish Pirates. So keep an eye on him. He generally comes off the bench, or has this season so far. So
what age is this boy around? Do we know?
He is around 25, I believe. Okay. I'll double check that now. But he
was once part of the Ireland under-20s extended squad.
An extended squad back in the day. He's only 23.
Yeah.
Okay. An interesting character there.
You caught me there with Sam Monaghan's inclusion.
Sam Monaghan, yeah. She played at the World Cup and in the warm-up games, but hadn't played any club rugby for about 13 months until the weekend gone by. She's back for her club, Gloucester Harpry, and scored a try on debut. We also have a video of this.
What's happening for the listeners?
Nice little sidestep there, fends the player off, and good drive. A rare try for Sam Monaghan as well. She's not known to get on the score sheet, but here's an
arm extension there.
Angle of it, slow-mo. You can see the drive there, and our teammates particularly happy after what she's gone through over the last year or so. She's in my second row this week. We'll keep an eye on the Premiership.
All the injuries she's had to deal with.
She's had a tough time. She suffered a pretty serious knee injury last June, and then suffered a couple of setbacks on her recovery. So she's only back playing club now. But PWR is back as of last weekend, so I'll keep an eye on that.
Just the last to touch on the forwards is the number 8 there. Again, always reliable. Scott Penny.
Always reliable. Didn't play, I must specify, did not play 8 at the weekend, but I couldn't leave him out. Listen to some of these stats, right? Had 12 more carries than any other Leinster player with 21. And joint top tackler with 16. Just absolute workhorse. A turnover and line break as well. Very impressive player anytime you watch him. A complete athlete. Just a complete athlete. Very versatile. Another guy who's hasn't got a lot of chances with the green jersey, but that is just a symptom of playing for Leinster. You know, there's so much talent in that back row. But
you see, apparently you play for Leinster, you're guaranteed to get in the Ireland squad. Now you're telling me you play for Leinster, you can't get in the Ireland squad. Oof.
Never said
There's so many Leinster players that it's literally impossible.
Make up their minds, you know.
It's quite literally impossible to get in there. But we're flying it here. Go among the backs there. Will we do 9 to 15?
I'll run through it. Yeah. Kieran Marmion, Bristol. Harry Byrne, on the match at 10. Peter Sullivan.
In again, isn't he?
He's been there 3 times.
Wow.
We're getting familiar with Peter. James Hume at 12. Played 13 at the weekend, but put him in at 12 to facilitate Nancy McGillivray, back for Exeter at the weekend.
Okay, we'll get to Nancy.
Your friend Robert Balakoon,
my boy,
on the wing. And Hugo McLaughlin making his debut for Leinster.
Will we start with Nancy?
For sure, yeah, we will. 14 carries, 23 post-contact metres, and 3 offloads in their opening game. They had a good win over Ealing, 24-12. Ealing's Grace Moore as well. Ireland's Grace Moore also played in that game.
Yeah.
As they Cleona Maloney MacDonald for Exeter. Good start to the season for them. It's great to see her getting starts as well. She's now a capped international. She's been a fan favourite at Exeter for the last season or so. So keep an eye on her, because she could end up being another name added to that kind of centre debate for Ireland.
Would you go as far as to say that the future of the fullback in Ireland is safe in the hands of Hugo McLaughlin?
Yeah, I've been watching Hugo now for a wee while. I watched a bit of his Gonzaga season in the Senior Cup a couple of years ago. He was the standout player in that team, and he's been brought through the Leinster Academy, got his first cap at the weekend, and one of 6 new caps, as I mentioned. With Hugo Keenan out, Jimmy Osborne off to Chicago, they turned to Hugo, and he performed pretty well. He didn't stand out massively, but had a nice assist for Leinster's opening try, and just overall solid, which is like very understated for someone who's making their first cap. Like, it's a pretty daunting task to play in the Aviva for your first game, but played very well.
Okay, so he's not Hugo Bass yet, but he could be.
No, he's not replacing Hugo just yet. But
Bob Morgan says, far too many institutionalised schools players in Ireland squads nowadays. A Maverick at 10 and or 15 is exactly what's needed.
Bobby he gets it. Like,
your burden. And so
some people just get it, I suppose.
So where's that coming from?
Bob's brain.
And yours. But how do you're going to manufacture
extract it out of the brain.
We're going to manifest.
Put it into words, which Bob just did.
I'm going to go on AI.
No, you see, the beauty of a Maverick, right, is there's no Maverick school.
It's true.
There's no such thing. Right? You can only teach it out of them.
Yep.
So the accusation is that
there is no
out.
accusation, because, as I say, it's the conundrum that is bittersweet. And what's the sweet part of the conundrum? Ireland's consistent success.
Okay, sorry, yeah, we're good at this.
I'm trying to add something. I'm not trying to subtract anything.
I get it. I get it. I too have a dream that like an amazing player will manufacture itself out of nowhere.
No.
Suddenly be,
you are being
blessed.
facetious to an important point that you're saying, well, you're going to pick this player from magic. No, these players exist.
You're saying Robert Balakoon is the Maverick that we need. We just haven't.
We've resorted to you saying, name me a player, right? Well, and just because there's nobody ready yet, it doesn't rule out 2 years' time. You're trying to experiment, which is actually the whole point of the Green 15. We're seeing what else is out there.
Yeah.
If we were to start getting players in under the residency rules now, they'd be just in time to join the squad in advance of the World Cup in America. The next World Cup's in Australia, and the one after that's in America. So now is the time to be.
Because it's been extended from 3 to 5 years.
30.
Yeah. So CJ Standard would have had to wait another couple of years back in the day.
Bundyaki would have had to wait.
But we should be heading off now and scouting some teenagers all around the world to come and live in Ireland.
Okay.
With the promise of wealth.
That's kind of what they did with Casper Gabriel.
And education.
Casper Gabriel, I mean, Ger, you missed this, Ger. It was a great show, actually. We had Quinny in here, and we talked about Casper Gabriel at length. And I noticed that there was massive interest on that, on social.
Yeah, and there was a fair bit of criticism on us for bringing it forward, but it was kind of like, I wasn't saying start him for Ireland. I'm just saying...
They're not saying start.
Keep an eye on him. He's coming through. Leinster are very excited from him. Took him from Austria, quite literally.
He's 20.
Talk to us about this kid, Robert Balakoon. Yeah.
No longer a kid, I would say, but has missed a lot of game time for Ulster, and we've missed him. We've definitely missed him. We're kind of stacked in that back three now, all of a sudden, but hat-trick at the weekend against the Lions. And what was a pretty tough game for Ulster. They led at the half, but the heat and altitude in Johannesburg was just unbelievable. I think it was 30 degrees at the start of that game. Balakoon managed a hat-trick in the game, however, and was very good. 10 carries, beating 6 defenders.
Yeah.
Just an overall great performance from the Cat, as he's known.
Okay.
I don't think he's far off. He's not far off an Ireland squad, I don't think. He needs more game time. He's only back. But if he's scoring hat-tricks down South Africa.
Should James Hume be fuming that he's not a shoo-in centre?
I don't know. They brought in a new centre in Tom Farrell. He's definitely in with a shout, and he's been in great form so far.
He has been very good,
and he's kind of brought that little bit of Maverick dust you're talking about to his game. He's a couple of chips over the top at the weekend, turned into a really good playmaker. He's always had that, but he feels like under this new attack with Mark Sexton, he has a bit more freedom to kind of play off the cuff within a system. He's been class this season. I think it's his first appearance in this team, but has been very unlucky for that to be the case.
He's only 27, you know?
Yeah, he's very young still, really, for a centre especially.
Would you invest in Maverick dust if you could sprinkle it on the children of the future? Like, would you rather your players
Keep coming back to this.
Would you
be careful with it.
would you rather your player be sprinkled with some Maverick dust?
No sprinkles.
Or would you rather they go to school, I suppose, for want of a better term? You know, if you had the ability to create more Mavericks, would you?
Yeah, of course. I mean, like if you can create something now, will they
Ger hates exciting players.
implement the game plan that you've all decided is the best way of winning?
Can I talk about Peter Sullivan?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
Bring Sully into the conversation.
4 tries at the weekend. I would show you them all, but didn't make the highlights for Coventry versus Elam
What?
because there was 99 points in that game. 99 points. 36-63 that one ended.
Is he a flat track? Like, is he a bit of a bully? This guy.
I don't know. He's just
There's 99 points scored, and he scored what?
he scored
20 of those
20 by
points.
himself on the wing. Yeah, he scored a hat trick in the first 20 minutes. He's really impressing over there. Former Connacht player. We've talked about him loads, but finding his feet over there. He took a break from pro rugby for a season or two, but playing some great stuff over there in Coventry.
Yeah, it's easy for the likes of Kieran Marmion to be forgotten when they go away, but
100%, yeah.
not for the Green 15.
No, he's been in here a few times already. Now, Bristol haven't had the greatest of seasons so far.
Okay.
Lost at the weekend again. But he's just been this constant in the team that you can't really fault his efforts week in, week out. A great try assist for their opening try of the game. And he's had to step up to that starting 9 position with Harry Randall out long term. And also his starting 10, Adrian McGinty, has been out. So he's kind of had to go through a lot in these games. Unfamiliar territory for him, but he's been very impressive. And I think Bristol fans really do love him. He's a fan favourite over there.
Okay. What else we got?
Harry Burns there. Don't need to say too much. Player of the match. Try in 5 conversions on the day. Some lovely variety in his distribution. He's really impressing. A lot of people were vocal about him not making the Ireland squad. I think it's maybe a window too soon for him. Maybe Six Nations, but he's playing some good stuff for Leinster. Good to see that.
Just needs to stay fit. If he can prove that he can stay fit, then Leinster will rely on him. And if Leinster start relying on him, then Ireland can start relying on him. Like, they've wanted to have a look at it, what he could do for Ireland for a long time, but they've been very unfortunate with injuries.
I think it's good to see that loan spell has definitely benefited him. But that's an option going forward for Irish players.
Yes.
And you know what I always say, Colm?
You do, I know exactly what you say, yeah. Go on.
The best ability is availability.
Yeah.
I disagree with that, but I will appreciate your
It's up there in the ability category for sure.
Yeah, I do disagree with that. So honourable mentions, right? I'm very fortunate to be privy to your list here. There's no Jake O'Riordan.
No Ger Gilroy. I did contemplate putting his post-match interview in the doc because I didn't in the end. But I thought it was very wholesome and very lovely that he was so excited to play the game. I watched him the week before in the Munster A game.
Yeah.
He played very well by all accounts, and thought he had a decent cameo off the bench.
He's very
versus
good.
Connacht. Yeah, he was very lively. Smaller style scrum half, kind of retro, you might say. He's very Peter Stringer kind of esque, small, nippy. Great player though. He's a great player. But it'd just be interesting to see where he fits in there because they obviously are pretty stacked.
It's weird depth sometimes
with
in Munster
names.
when it's like a lot of very good players and it's like trying to make that next step up. It's a whole constant conversation. Byron Ralston is on your list, right? So he scores 2 tries, then he goes down with a really bad looking injury. He has to get the oxygen in him. So he's been with Connacht since 22.
Yeah.
Australian. Now he's what? So he's 2 years away potentially.
No, he's Irish qualified.
Is he?
He has ancestry there, yeah.
Okay.
So he is Irish qualified.
Now what are we talking in that regard?
In terms of
Stepping up nationally?
yeah, like he's probably a bit away. He's never been in that conversation.
No.
He can play centre. He can play across the back three.
He was
Very
14 at the
versatile.
weekend.
Yeah, scored 2 tries the weekend. That's 5 tries and 3 trips to Thomond Park, by the way, as well.
Okay.
So he's efficient. And I know just from watching certain kind of clips and vlogs and different things from Connacht that he's a student of the game, studies the game a lot. So I don't know where he stands in terms of Ireland. Like, he's probably a bit away because that pecking order is quite long for those utility players. We've loads of them.
Yeah.
But I don't see why you wouldn't give him a chance. Maybe in a 15 squad that's just gone out. He probably wasn't far off that, really.
Yeah, the injury looked really bad. In the same game there, Diarmuid Kilgallen, it's the latest Munster intercept try.
Yeah, keep that trend going. It's great to see, isn't it? He's back. He missed a good few games at the start of this season. He's been injured, but first return back, got an intercept try. It's decent overall. 15 carries, 2 line breaks, 8 tackles.
Yeah.
Didn't make the squad because the wing was absolutely stacked this week, really. Joshua Kenny there is also an honourable mention. Scored 2 tries for Leinster, so it was.
We've got Coombs again. There's an honourable mention. I mean, he's honourably mentioned every week. Isn't he?
I did have him in the squad initially. I just felt like Scott Penny had an unbelievably immense game, and I couldn't leave out Soroka with 2 tries. So Coombs had to take a back seat there. But
Tom Stewart as well, who's the captain of the Ireland 15 side,
played on the flank at the weekend. I remember you making the point that you weren't sure of him as a hooker.
Well, his throwing,
yeah,
specifically, but he's a very good player.
Now that is just more because he played on the flanker because Ulster are pretty hit for depth at the minute with injuries and Nick Timney being away with the Irish squad. So Tom Stewart stepped up, played a decent game in fairness to him for his first Ulster game at flanker, but I don't think he did enough to make the squad, but worth mentioning him playing out of position.
So that kind of stuff all of a sudden gets you into a World Cup squad.
It's a very South African type of thing, isn't it?
And really interesting to hear they're doing it. I hadn't realised that.
Yeah.
All right.
That's more or less it. I can run through a couple of points here. Quinn Rue playing alongside Ross Maloney week in, week out for Bath. Kieran Treadwell was unavailable this week. Probably it was for the best last week, but they went and hammered Newcastle. We obviously have a couple lads in there with Brett Connon and George McGuigan. Sammy Arnold is out with a pectoral injury. We haven't seen him since the first game of the season, where he made our team of the week. Ross Burns, Gloucester in a bit of trouble. They're without a win this season. They're 0 from 5 so far. Second from bottom, so hopefully you can turn things around there. We had a couple more in the women's premiership, as I mentioned. Grace Moore was playing for Ealing against Exeter at the weekend. Aoife Wafer's yet to feature after her big move.
Right.
She's currently injured, but expected to come back soon. Ronan O'Gara's La Rochelle are back in form. 2 games on the trot, they've won. Ultan Delan, right, played 1 game this season. Missed a couple at the start because he had a burst appendix. Came back, played 1 game, and then suffered more complications around his appendicitis.
Oh no.
Learned that from an interview with Brendan McGillen.
Yeah.
But hopefully he gets back to action. I think he's supposed to be fit now. A couple of lads in Pro D2. Liam Turner playing for Nevers is back again. No Ronan Lachnan for Stade Aurier. John Cooney on the bench for Brive. After a good start there, he won Player of the Month. Hasn't been great the last few games. And that is about it, lads. That is about it.
Very good. We have an outro thing.
Do we have an interesting? Headphones on for this.
Dara Smith-Naughton's Irish Rugby Green 15.
The creator heard it for the first time on air.